Hey guys, my name's Christy and this is my Crafty Country. So in today's video, I am going to be making a Christmas gnome. I have seen gnomes all over Dollar Tree. They have from the little ornaments to the little bitty like ornament heads on like picks. Then they have a little ornament on little ornament heads that you just hang from the tree. They have the ones on skis. They have the big ones that sit on the table. So I see all these gnomes everywhere, right? And of course, I think to myself, I could do that. So today, I did that. I think he turned out amazing. Let me know in the comments below what you think and what things you may have changed, or I'm going to be making more of the gnomes, so let me know if you have any ideas on how I can improve them. So just let me know what you guys think. Let's jump right into it. So the first thing you are going to need is a pair of fuzzy socks. I got these at Dollar General, but you can get them, different types of them at Dollar Tree. They've got all kinds of fun ones. I picked these because when I go to do the hat, I am going to flip this inside out to cover the buckle and make me a Santa Claus hat for my gnome. So, put that one aside, and first we will do the body. Now, I have just a bag of lentil beans. I thought that's what they were called. I had to double check. So, a bag of these, one of the ping pong balls you can get at Dollar Tree, and for the pom-pom on the top of the hat, you could use that. This is one of the dusters that they have at Dollar Tree. You could cut out a square of it and make it into a little pom-pom. I will probably just use a bell because I don't have anything. I don't really want to make a pom-pom out of that. So I'm just going to put one of the Dollar Tree bells. I believe I got these from Dollar Tree. See if I can hold all my stuff. They had them in silver and gold, and I believe they had them in red and greens too. Let me get some of the gold ones out of the way. I want to get a silver one out. So we'll use that one. Cute little pom-pom for my Christmas gnome. And then for the beard, like, you could use this duster as well. I actually found this on one of the Facebook sites where you can get codes through Amazon. This is actually a rug, but it cost me like less than $5, and that is a lot of material for under $5. So definitely a better deal if you can ever find these on the Facebook page. I will link one of them in the description below. So let's cut a piece. Now, to paint this ping pong ball, I have found it easier. I take my hot glue gun, find the most undesirable point on it. So I guess that is right there. So it's pretty good. Some of them have like a weak spot in them. So you might shoot for that weaker spot. And then I just poke a hole in the back of it with my tip of my glue gun. Let that cool off for a second, because I'm going to stick it on this dowel rod for when I paint it, but I don't want it to actually glue to it. So I want to wait till that cools off. So that's good. And if I smash in the back, it's not a big deal as long as the front still looks pretty. So the reason I do it on the dowel rod, first of all, I use Waverly chalk paint color Cashew, more of a skin tone color. But the reason I do it on a dowel rod is then I can just have like a little vase or some kind of glass jar sitting beside me, and I could just rest it in that. That way it's not laying on anything. While it dries, it can get dry on all sides really well, and pretty quick actually. So if I can hold it still, there we go. If you've ever watched me paint, I do not have a steady hand. I do have the shakes a lot of the time. I chalk that up to the medications I'm on, so forgive. And then I try to make sure once I'm done, the side that's going to be seen, make sure the brush strokes are kind of not all chunky and weird looking. I try to make them as neat as possible. Okay, so now we will set that off to the side to dry, and we'll work on the rest of the gnome. Okay, so first thing you want to do is get one of your socks, and I've seen people cut them, but I'm going to wait to cut it until after I get it filled. That way I can decide how much of it I want to use. So before I've used my canning funnel to do this, but I'm just going to wing it this time. Put the whole bag of beans in there. Make sure they're all in. Okay, now this is where I decide how wide I want my gnome, because I can make him short and fat, or I can, kind of flatten the beans out a little bit and make him a little bit taller. So I think make him like that. So you're going to want a piece of string or a, what's the word I'm looking for? Pipe cleaner. So I'm going to go grab a pipe cleaner. I knew I had some in here. And you're not going to see this anyway, so black is just fine. I don't need the whole thing though. I cut him in half. And then I'm going to go right about where the heel of the sock is. And you want to make sure you get it good and tight, that way your beans don't get loose. We are going to be putting some glue at the top too, but I still always like to make sure I get it as tight as absolutely possible. Now I can cut off some of my sock. And I could have cut it before because I was pretty sure I wanted it right about where the heel was, but better safe than sorry. And my scissors apparently won't cut hot butter. Okay. So now I have that, and I do want to put a little bit of glue down in here to make sure it's closed up good and secure. So I will just load that up and then just push it together. I think at this point I'm going to cut off my pipe cleaners, and I am actually going to fold this over and glue it down to kind of help, just to be sure it's not going anywhere. The beans aren't going to get loose. So, you know I always had to burn myself. Okay, so now we have this little ball of beans. I need to decide how tall I want this guy to be. Where is my, it's right in front of my face. How long I want his beard. I think I have too much on there, so I'm going to cut it. So now, yeah, that's perfect. Just trim it up however you want it. Like here, I had a little extra on the edge there I didn't really want. So I'm going to cut him off. Okay. There we go. So now I have my beard. Go ahead and glue that on. And now for his hat. Kind of work him around. I want the hat a little bit lower in the back, so you see me pulling it down back here, but I still want it covered. I still want that buckle part covered. So I'm going to glue it down in the back. I don't want to glue it in the front yet because I still want to slide that nose halfway up under the edge of the hat. So let that cool. Okay, now his little nose is ready to roll. So I want to lift the edge of the hat up and glue the nose down. So I want it where it's half over his beard and half under the hat. So just put glue on the back of the nose and push it down. Okay. Now I want the hat halfway over the nose, like that. So I am going to glue it to the nose a little bit, just a little bit. Just enough to keep her from moving. Okay. Now this you have to hold in place while it cools, or because it was wanting to slide back. And right here is where I screw up because I just realized I forgot to stuff the hat. But I'm going to be cutting the toe off anyway, so I will put a little bit of stuffing in here in just a minute. So since I've already got it glued down everywhere else, I might as well go ahead and finish. Put a little dot right there because I kind of want it to hang down a little bit. And then a little dot over here. Now, where I folded this over and there's the buckle under there, I am going to run a line of glue under there. That way it doesn't shimmy up and show that other part. I just want it to be red and white. So I'll do that on the front and the back. Make sure nothing's going anywhere up here. I think it's all good. I'll hold that in place for a minute. Looking good, looking good. This is the first Santa gnome I've ever done. I did gnomes a while back and they didn't turn out as good as I would like. And this one is already way cuter. I'm loving him. Okay, so since I forgot to stuff it, let me get the other scissors. I need to cut the end out, which is just fine. No harm, no foul. And get a little bit of stuffing. I don't want a bunch because I kind of want my hat to still be a little bit droopy. I just want to kind of fill it up at the top, right above his head. Because then I still want this to hang over. So I think that is actually about the perfect amount. Kind of work it in there the way I want it. Now the other half of my pipe cleaner, I'm going to want to close that hat up. So just put a little tie on there. Make sure I have the whole end inlet on the outside there. Twist him on good. Okay, so now at this point, he's looking pretty good. I just want to attach a bell to right here. So I think all I'm going to need to do is glue that bell on there. Kind of clean up the ends there. Garbage scissors. I can tear up a pair of scissors in 2.2, so I never have a decent pair. Okay, so now all I want to do is the end that's got the little hole on it. I just want to put glue all around that hole and then stick it into the end of the hat. And just hold it there for a minute without burning yourself. Don't do that. So now we have our cute little Christmas gnome for about, I would say it cost about $3 to make, if $3, $2 and change. So I did miss a little bit of footage where I put on the wooden sticker on his hat, which you can get at Dollar Tree. His feet and his arms are an ornament. They're little elf legs that you can get at Dollar Tree. I used the leg parts for his arms and the feet for his feet with hot glue. And I think he turned out just absolutely adorable. So if you like this DIY, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.